How's it going, professional drivers? Welcome back to my channel. Here is my TMC response video. A long time ago, I released a video about my personal experiences over at TMC. And ever since I released that video, a bunch of would-be YouTube Ninja Warriors thought that it would be okay to scrutinize, troll, and just flat out slander the content that I released in the video, which is absolutely hysterical because none of the content released about TMC was negative. So let's clarify some stuff. TMC is 100% absolutely positively an outstanding company to work for, especially if you're new. They will give you all the training that you need to haul just about every single load known to man that could be placed on a 48-foot trailer. They do have specialized divisions that run RGNs, John Deere boats, and if you do live in certain parts of the country, you could find yourself under a Conestoga, a removable side wagon trailer. And like I said in my last video, which was a long time ago, I didn't make great money at all because of the area that I lived and the frequency that I made it to the house. If I lived in my truck and stayed out for weeks and weeks and weeks on end, I would make really decent money working for TMC. I'm positive that I could have probably pulled in $1,500 to $1,800 a week. That's not the case. My best paychecks were $1,200 a week at best. TMC will not only get you your CDL, they will put you in one of the best training programs in the industry, feed you during that training, and also put you up in a hotel that they own, well, if you're going to Des Moines. The team was absolutely awesome on both sides. The camaraderie was freaking bad to the bone. Now, to all you professional drivers and soon-to-be professional drivers, if you're looking for a company to break out for, one of your very first trucking jobs, flatbed trucking jobs, well, I suggest TMC. Now, so there was a whole heaping mess of positivity that I have for TMC. Now, let's talk about some of the cons and not the pros. If you live in a bad area, after breaking out on your own and getting your very own truck, and you plan on being home every week, well, you may not make so much money. You may have a bad experience going through training. I personally had a pretty good experience going through training, but I know a whole bunch of people who had a negative experience going through training. Back in the day when I went through their training program, which was exceptionally awesome, it is military-style training of sorts. And if you walk into any part of that training with a chip on your shoulder, or you don't like people kind of talking down to you, or being brutally honest and not fluffing it up, well, you might have yourself a bad experience during training, because they don't mind telling you how it is and exactly the way it's going to be. Now, once you get that truck, and you get on down the road and you start picking your loads up, well, you may not like a load that you have to pick up. Or you may not like some of the layovers that you end up catching that parks you for maybe a day at a time. Just some of it is what it is. I think my biggest complaint was the shop time. I was given a fairly old Peterbilt. It was in great shape as far as the curb appeal goes. But when I was given that truck, it had more than 650,000 miles on it, and it drove like it had more than 650,000 miles on it. I may have been the 20th, 30th, 40th driver in the seat of that truck. And I had to use TMC shop services a couple of times, and it was not quick. All you would-be YouTube ninjas out there down in the comments section, you know, everybody has a different opinion, and you could boo-hoo and cry down there all you want, but it is what it is. Every one of my shop times have led into a couple of days of just being down over simple stuff that could have been done out of pocket at a dealership. But, I mean, I understand why they don't send stuff to dealerships, because it's not cost effective. And besides those very few items that I have that I believe are cons, it still doesn't outweigh the pros. So to wrap up this response TMC video, if you're thinking about breaking out into the flatbed industry and have zero flatbed experience or have very little flatbed experience, I highly recommend going to TMC. My personal opinion, you will be trained, you'll be given top of the line equipment, and for the most part, you'll be treated with the utmost respect. You just got to get through that training to get that respect. And if you're wanting to make decent money doing it, well, I'd stay out for 2 or 3 weeks at a time if you live in a bad freight area. And ask a lot of questions before you go into dedicated. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share my channel. It helps a small channel like mine grow, grow, grow. And I hope each and every single one of y'all stay safe and prosperous out there. And don't forget, keep chasing that excellence, y'all. Take care and have a good one.